Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm the person that only took one shot tonight.
And it's the Hump Day Happy Hour Salute. And tonight we enjoyed Appleton Estate Jamaican Rum. So we poured the shots out as we always do. And there were 2 shots. There was a little bit left over. About 2/3 of a shot. Close to a whole shot. And I poured it into a shot glass, and I said to Mr. Magazine, I said, let's shoot, and the winner gets to choose who does the shot. The winner could take it or make the other guy take the shot. Mr. Magazine says,
don't tell.
How do you win?
No, I said, who won?
Or who won?
Who won?
We hadn't even shot yet. I'm like, then we did a real one.
I think I was drunk before we did the shot.
Mr. Magazine won and then decided that he liked the show better when I had 2 shots in me. So I've had 2 shots in me, my friends. So it should be a fun show. I do want to thank you all in. You're going to have to strap in. Last week, I would say might have been, honestly, Mr. Magazine, the best show that we've ever done. It was a great show, a lot of laughs, and I think tonight's going to be even better.
And it started out good with consignment chats. We had a good one this afternoon.
Yeah, if you haven't checked that out, do go over to consignment chats. We were out for 45 minutes this afternoon, noon to 12:45 live. Had a lot of fun over there. They're great. We're going to have them on again as well. So do check out that show if you haven't seen it already. And say hi to people, Mr. Magazine.
All right, Super C's in the house. How's it going?
Thank you for being a member.
Don, always in the house.
Ahoy, hoy. Thank you for being a member.
Awesome Antiquarian. How you doing?
And thank you for being a member.
Triple J, I'd like to see you here nice and early. We can talk 9/11 later. Awesome Adrian, how you doing?
Thank you for being a member.
Fabulous Flippin' Root.
Thank you for being a member. I was watching last night in chat. Oh,
all right. The lovely La Paper Passionista.
Hey, ciao.
You got to come up with like 4 P's or something, like quadruple P or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm going to come up with something. Super Schmidt's in the house. How you doing? Red Retro. How you doing? Awesome Antiquarian. Lurking.
Good word.
I like that word. Yeah,
Good
it's
word.
better than stalking. I feel like you can lurk. It's not as bad as stalking. It's just kind of the same thing.
That is true. That is true. All right, everybody. How were your sales? Take it away, Mr. Magazine.
Let's go with the only site that is doing really well, above average, is Amazon right now. The Shopify adult sites probably doing average. DVDs are down a little bit. Whatnot is horrendous. I cut out all during the week sales. I'm just losing money too much. So we're just doing every other weekend now with records with James. And eBay is horrendous. I don't know what's going on. We're trying to figure things out. My IT guy said it's nothing we're doing. eBay just sucks. So it makes me feel a little better, but our sales are way down on eBay. We have 50% off. We have sales. We have offers. And so you know what I told them? And I go, we're not listing a lot on eBay. Let's just pound out eBay for a week or 2, our 3 main listers, and see if we can get some sales up, just to see what happens. And I'll let you know next week.
All right. How about everybody else? Well, they're downright is doing the
wow. That's
Don's doing the roll call.
Efficient weight. Awesome. Aaron's in the house. How's it going? 9:02. All right. Hopefully it'll be a fun one tonight. Like
it's
always.
Gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. There you go.
Yeah.
I meant to say that.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, I hope you're feeling better.
Me too, buddy. I think his surgery got put off an extra weekend of September, and we're trying to look for deals to get him driving around the country, but nothing,
I talked to his doctor, and his doctor said the best PT is carrying boxes downstairs. That's what I thought it odd, but that's what
upstairs.
He said.
Yeah, either which way.
That's what he said. Ooh.
Wow, I would think I'd be firing everyone and out of business if that happened to me. That's brutal.
That's not good. How
about you?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. So I do have the coupon running over on eBay, 20% off. I was going to say today has been good, but the rest of the weekend, I was going to say there was no noticeable difference until I lurked and checked out somebody that we know that sells.
Aaron McNair. Well, so it's a political hat. I don't mind wearing it on this show because everyone knows how I feel, but this afternoon I did this. So if you want to see what I look like on the consignment chats, this is how I looked.
Is that Tony Romo?
We didn't want to like cause any waves with their crowd and have them hate me for it. So, but
they found
you want it this way, you want it the other way, let me know.
They found other reasons to hate you, trust me. But I lurked and checked out another seller who's got about 2,500 to 3,000, maybe 4,000 items up, sells paper items. He sold one item on Thursday and one item on Friday.
Wow.
Or maybe Friday, Saturday, one item each day. And so I said, maybe the coupon is helping me because maybe that's the level I would be at otherwise. So I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing okay on eBay, but I'm choosing $1 Million Peddler show over getting a Powerball ticket. Confucius's wisdom is more likely to pay off than Powerballs.
That's funny. I've been buying the Powerball, and my 16-year-old son goes, "You're wasting money. You're never going to win it." I go, "But you can't win if you don't play." I go, "Just think about this. If someone wins it and they show up wearing either a Darth Vader hat or a Chucky hat or a mask, and you don't see me for a couple of weeks, then you're going to know I hit it." That's all.
Wouldn't it be funny if you bought the ticket, you won, you go, and the wind blows it away, and I'm walking along, and I go, "Hey, what's this?" Yeah. And then I win it without having played it.
As long as I don't know you won it, I know you throw me like a couple mils just to get me out of debt. But
that's true.
It's
Sandy.
Oh. Yep. Oh, thank you. I was a big fan of Big League Chew when I was younger. Now I figure if I eat it, I look like an old creepy guy that's at like a strip club or something. So.
And I did notice sales. I did notice that Mr. Magazine, although he's crying the blues because that's his part on the job on this show here,
very good at it.
sold a Wacky Pack set that he never asked me about. I've only collected Wacky Packs since the early 1970s.
I guarantee you have that one. It wasn't a valuable one, so I would have been glad to give it to you.
I know it sold for $50. I know. I lurked.
But didn't I sell you like real cheap years ago, like almost everything? Yeah. Anik, awesome Anik, how's it going? Lovely. How you doing?
Oh,
okay, cool.
33. Speaking of promoted, nice little lead in there. 33 out of 55 were promoted, so we're running about 60% promoted.
Okay.
Offers 177 old, so the old stuff is definitely showing up. And when I did behind the paywall, I went through your items.
Yeah.
You were selling a lot of items that were like 8, 10, 12 years old.
Here's the problem. We can't find them. That's the TV guides. There's some box from years ago, 10 years ago. They don't know where it is. So now I was able to replace. We sold 3 or 4. I was able to replace 2 of them at least, but still, there's 2 I'm giving refunds on. Who knows? Who knows what happened?
Right, but it's weird because they seem to be pushing the old stuff for whatever reason they are.
Yeah,
I don't know why. 282 offers, and the prior week I made 282 offers. So that's the first time ever I had back-to-back week of the same number of offers. So here's my question. You would think fewer because of the holiday, but I do have the coupon, so people might be watching. So the coupon might have just kept me level.
How long does the coupon last for?
1 week.
Oh,
1 week. Yep. It was eBay invite, and they're promoting.
It's been 1 week.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Do we want this hat this way? I'm going to turn it back around.
Chicken of China, the Chinese chicken.
It's more comfortable the other way. I'm going to be honest with you.
Watching X-Files with no lights on. We're down on my zone. I hope the Smoky Man's in this one. 252 a year ago, 124 2 years ago. Come on, I nailed the lyrics.
I know you did.
Nailed the lyrics.
You can't say it as fast as them, though.
No. $million.peddlers over on eBay. We sold 1 item. Vivs-Views, we sold 1. And Etsy, I sold 2. But last year, I sold 0 on Etsy during the same week. So Etsy slowed this time of year as well. Yep. You can talk while I'm drinking the water.
When we moved, had to relabel my boxes. So now what listed and what isn't.
Nice.
How's that? I do good.
You did good. You got every word.
I'm making myself laugh.
You get a gold star. How about buys? Anybody out there buying anything? Okay. Is that a good old god or a bad old god?
Most of my buys, I get a lot of out-of-state people that want to sell adult magazines to me, sometimes DVDs, but there's one guy in California now. He knows the other guy I'm buying from. They bought from the same guy. Now I got to send him $5,000. And the thing that's saving me money now it is easier for me. It doesn't help Aaron out because Aaron's my guy that drives all around. But when you got a deal in California, it's really not feasible. A small deal, let's just say, for 5,000 magazines or 1,000 magazines. It's really not worth paying $10,000 to fly and drive out there and bring them back. So we came up with this thing with these guys that are far away now. I send them prepaid labels to my address. So this new guy sent him like 20 medium flat rate box labels, and he's shipping me, 1,000 magazines or whatever. I got a couple people in California I'm doing that with. It's certainly cheaper for me because, say, what is it going to cost me? About 20 labels at $20, $400 compared to $5,000 or $10,000. So A couple deals there. I got another couple from Canada that's coming in next week. They're supposed to come in today. They said next Wednesday earlier is better. I go, that's even better for me. So, but everything I'm buying is out of state pretty much, other than my regular guy that sells me the signed books and toys and so forth.
Okay.
How about you?
Well, let's see.
Ooh, $50K, you $4. Oh, I gotta remind me. I gotta give you my ticket, see if I want anything.
Nope. As I'm driving by in a new Lambo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hello, Jeff. Welcome in. Stuff too when I moved. Yep, absolutely.
All right.
I'm glad you asked if I was buying anything.
It's always going to be a long list of places you went.
That's the list.
Exactly.
So I ended up going on a buy. I was not looking forward to the buy because trying to talk to the guy, he's hard of hearing. And
what?
Exactly.
I feel we said this last week.
And so I ended up calling him and going over there Thursday. However, he screwed me up because he's on St. Paul. He then says, I called him up. I said, I need the address. He gave me the address. Then he says, I'm on St. Paul Street, not St. Paul Boulevard. It's near downtown. So then I'm immediately thinking there's some St. Paul Street that's like some little tiny street in the middle of the downtown, not St. Paul that I think of.
Right.
So I keep coming up with this commercial building on St. Paul.
Is it off Boulevard but down further? I feel like it's something like that.
Yeah, it was. But if you just say St. Paul, I would have found the place. So I call him up and I go, is this a commercial place? He goes, yeah, commercial. I go, why didn't you just tell me in the first place? Don't tell me downtown. That screws me all up. Because
what if he said, no, I'm not in a commercial?
Exactly. So I end up showing up there, and he's got a bunch of books there. He's in a scooter, motorized scooter.
Cool.
And so I'm starting to, look through the books, find the books that I want. He's got another guy there. He's got the building up for sale. Everything's going up for auction, and they're starting to move stuff around for that. Another guy shows up. Turns out the other guy I know, I've met him before. He's good friends with a friend of mine. So I'm like, hey, how you doing? So we were talking. Well, my friend had called me like 2 months ago telling me that this guy started hearing, had tons of, he sold his shop and had tons of car books to sell. What should he do with them? Well, he ended up donating them because he used to fix Rolls Royces.
Ooh, nice.
So he ended up donating them to some Rolls Royce museum or Rolls Royce club or something other like that. So those were all gone. But I got this call through a dealer that I know. So I'm talking to my buddy, whatever. They go outside. And so I'm there picking through the books. So I go outside to say bye to my friends. This is definitely a rambling story. I go outside to say bye to my friend. They are getting off the back of a semi-truck trailer, a Rolls Royce engine that he had, that he just sold to a guy in Missouri. But they've got to get it off the truck and into the building. Those are heavy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And my buddy had a pickup truck, but it's right on the riverbank with a long fall down the hill. So they got to be very, very careful about how they pull the truck in.
Yeah.
So then they've got a portable lift, and they're trying to lift this thing up.
You should have videoed it.
But it's muddy. It's muddy. So the lift is sinking. So then they've got to put plywood down. So my friend is 70 something. The other guy helping him is 60 something. And the guy who owns the building is in the chair, so motorized chair, so he can't do anything at all.
Lord.
So finally I go, I'm going to help you guys. So I ended up spending an hour helping them get this into that garage.
This is a good rambling story. And you said you didn't have one.
So I ended up spending an hour getting helping them get it in. But here's the problem, Mr. Magazine.
Yeah.
I don't have any spatial relations at all.
I know that.
I have no idea at all how to do this job.
See?
Exactly.
See?
I have no idea how to do any of this job. So they're like lifting the lift up so you can quickly get the plywood underneath it because the plywood fell off the lift. So then you got to re-put it in, and then they're backing it up. So then my buddy's got a small lift in the back of his truck. Yeah. But when he tried lifting up the engine, it started bending the lift. So that didn't work.
I can see my dad doing this with his cronies with like a 63 Corvette Fuelie engine or something.
Oh my God. And of course they got the pry bar. So they're trying to pry bar stuff up to be able to do this. And I'm sitting there going, oh my God. They got these straps they're putting around there and everything. They ended up getting it in there, but it was about an hour of my life spent doing that.
Wow.
I came home and there was also oil in the engine, so that went
nice.
all over
Yeah,
the place, all
sure.
over my hands and everything. It was wonderful. Always make sure you dress properly for sourcing.
Luckily, none of the geriatrics had a heart attack.
Oh, tell me about it.
Jeez.
Or drove the car down the cliff. They were joking about, what if I fall down? What if I get hurt? I said, you'll just be another derelict found at the bottom of the riverbank.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they could have gone viral.
I did go over to Clarence. We do have a horrible haul video that'll be coming out in Clarence. Is that a good salesmanship or what?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the main reason why is because we also went to the Chicken Wing Festival over in Buffalo, and that was a lot of fun. So I have a lot of great video of that. So
yeah, you licking your fingers, great.
Estate sale Friday, Saturday. I ended up going back to that. Did buy a whole bunch of 9/11 books, so we're going to put those away in Rosebud for a while.
Jeez.
And this sale, though, Mr. Magazine, they had fossils. They had a dinosaur bone upstairs priced at $1,700. They had another dinosaur bone that's $600. Hello, Steve.
How's it going?
The problem is I don't know enough about dinosaur bones at all to know, A, can you sell them on eBay? B, how do you know they're real?
What dinosaur is it from?
There was a whole listing about all that
okay.
stuff. Yeah. Hello, Kelly. Sales up and down. A movie I shouldn't be buying, but the good deals keep presenting themselves. There you are.
Yeah.
So they had the dinosaur bones and stuff like that. And Mrs. Paperboy was with me at the sale. And I picked up the dinosaur bone for $600. And I said to her, it was funny because some lady was in the room looking, and she was like buying this one and this one and this one of all these different fossils and stuff. I picked up the dinosaur bone and I said to Mrs. Paperboy, I go, this is $600. Think I should buy this and give it to the dog? And the lady did this. And then started laughing. She had to be laughing because she knows we don't have a dog, right?
Yeah, well.
I mean, that must be why, right?
Oh, yeah.
That must be why she was laughing.
I thought you were going to say I was going to bring it to the chicken wing place and just say, oh, look how big this wing was.
I did not. Oh, I have to check that out. No, I did not see that. Oh, that's cool. Wonder if you went Saturday or Sunday, because I went Sunday.
Periwinkle's in the house. How's it going? Don's saying something very important right now.
There we are. There you well,
Sure.
theoretically.
Yeah. Isn't it after September it gets better? Like after school opens up again.
Checking a Rolls Royce.
Nice, yeah.
And I'm going to the Rochester Antiquarian Book Show this weekend. But this is what makes me laugh. Oh, then he was there at the same time we were. This makes me laugh. They've rebranded it. It's no longer the Rochester Antiquarian Book Show, Mr. Magazine.
Okay.
It's the Rochester Book and Paper Show. Now, I'd like to think that we had a little something to do about that. We didn't, but I'd like to think that we did because we push paper and we're in Rochester. But the funniest thing about this is if you're bored later, do go on the website. Just search on Rochester Antiquarian Book Show. Their website has a picture, Mr. Magazine.
Okay.
An older gentleman, 3-piece tweed suit with the vest and everything, looking through books.
Wow.
Except the sign on the back of the box of books, graphic novels.
Nice.
So they're trying to appeal to the old book dealer and then the young Gen Z with the. I go, that guy's not looking for graphic novels.
Speaking of cons, are you going to the Flower City Con next week?
I was not aware of it. Text me about it.
I'm going out of town to see my kid play his first football game in college. But my younger 16-year-old son, who's the Ghostbuster, he's in the Ghostbuster club that goes around. He's the leader now because the leader's house burned down and all his Ghostbuster, and he had like $50,000 to $100,000 in Ghostbuster props and stuff, all burned up, not insured for. So he asked my son because he has the most passion about it. So he's gonna be running the table and going around and stuff with one other guy there. So it should be fun. He's got it. Now he can drive. So he's gonna do it all on his own. He's gonna load his car because we won't be around. He's leaving school a little early on Friday, but he's gonna do the show all weekend. So I give him props because it's a lot for a 16-year-old to take on. So
wow,
yeah,
it's awesome. I'll definitely check that out. Sports cars traded at a high-end Lamar. I had doubles for Alex. Oh wow,
nice. Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, that market is hot. Were they graded? I mean, if they're graded 9s or 10s, you'd probably be getting double. Who knows?
Ooh. I've made 2 small sales. I'm anticipating a good week this week. Cassini appears to me on a 2-week cycle. There we are. Wow. Glitch of the week. The only glitch I found this week was that the pane on eBay still isn't loading most of the time. When you go into the seller hub, have you noticed there's one pane that doesn't load right?
What? I'm just being. You want me to lie? Yeah, I know. I can't believe it. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Was
maybe
that good?
yeah. So you should be an actor. You should be an actor. Site changes. PayPal updated their shipping. Now it looks like they're now affiliated with Stamps. The only problem, if you use PayPal for shipping and you haven't used it for a while, go over there now before you need it because it takes about 5 minutes to update everything on that. If you bid on an auction, which I ended up winning an auction item, it has automatic checkout set up for me. But the problem with it is then when I go to buy something else in the store, it's toggled off. I use my funds to pay for stuff, but it wouldn't let me use my funds. Well, I would. I had to toggle back on to use my funds. Otherwise, it was trying to charge my PayPal, which it charged anyway.
Hey, have you ever been in a Turkish prison?
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Wow.
Item of the week. So I don't know if you've ever seen these before, Mr. Magazine, or not.
I'm guessing no. Wait, let me see. No, remember you asked me? No, I have not.
So this is actually blank back. Was it Gil Elfgren artwork? 1944 on this from Gum Inc. Now these were not sold in bubblegum packs. They were actually sold at tobacco stores and other areas like that. No bubblegum included in them. Prices are all over the place on these, but they're great because people love them for pinups. I found this down at the flea market. A guy who shows up about once a year had a bunch of paper. I put this in my pile. I think there's 24 cards in the set, if I remember correctly. Prices are all over. Realistically, it's a $10 to $15 card. I think I paid $1, so I'm happy with that because I didn't have it. But people are asking up to $100 on eBay for it.
Yeah.
So prices are all over. But again, if you happen to see something like this, and the only reason I knew it was a card is because what does it say? Right there, Mr. Magazine. I'll tell you. It says Gum Inc.
Okay.
And when I was going through it, I saw it said Gum Inc., which I know
is Gaudi pinups. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. So that's the only reason I bought it. Otherwise, I would not have bought this. But because I said Gum Inc., I knew
Jackie Jackson House. How's it going?
Knew the manufacturer, so we ended up picking that up. So do keep your eyes open for those. Very, very cool. And a lot of people collect them just because of the crossover appeal on those.
When you get to the insulting offers, if you don't have it, I remembered what that
I do not have any.
I remember. Is that now?
Yep.
This just happened today. I sent you a $2 one. Someone made a $2 offer on some $20 item, but I had a guy contact me today. I had a magazine. I think it was oversized, a thicker one. So shipping came up as like $10, $12. And he goes, if you can lower the shipping, and it was $18 for the magazine. So it would have been $30 all in.
Okay.
He goes, if you can lower the shipping, I'll buy it. I said, why don't you just make a lower offer? So whatever you think the shipping is overpriced, just make the lower offer. If it's $5 or something, whatever. So it's an $18 magazine, $12 shipping. He made me a $1 offer. So he thinks my shipping is $17 too high, which would be negative $5. Am I missing something here?
No,
okay,
that sounds about right.
Yeah, I think I deleted it. I meant to send it to you or something.
Okay.
But, I go, you know what? If he does another counter, you can ban him. But I don't want to deal with people like that.
Wow. Countdown to Brimfield. We'll see. You don't like Brimfield?
No, I'm just looking at the paint. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the paint on the wall.
So we're not sure about Brimfield coming up. Probably not this year, but next year we'll be able to do it. But we'll have a whole nother 6 months of countdown, which is really. Oh my gosh! It's time for the Confucius joke of the day.
When you got nothing to do with your time since you retired, you should check out like how many years down the road till you run out of these Confucius.
I can start again. You don't remember.
If he's anything like Red Skeleton, we're in a lot of trouble.
You don't remember any.
You should do the Red Skeleton ones too.
At some point. Confucius joke of the week. The professor wrote, "Please wash," on the chalkboard. And the janitor took his bath before Saturday. The professor wrote, "Please wash," on the chalkboard. And the janitor, because the janitor doesn't have the best hygiene.
Yeah.
So he washed a little early because it said, "Please wash."
Yeah. Gotcha.
Wow, this man's like a stone.
It's good stuff.
This man's like a stone. I got to tell you right now. He's like a stone. Well, I guess that
started.
I guess that countdown's going.
Yeah. Countdown to closing now.
All right. This might be the oddest one we've ever gotten under customer issues. And that's saying something.
Is this me or you?
It's you.
Of course.
Mr. Magazine had a clockwork ice cream vendor Chinese wind-up toy for sale. the guy sent 4 screenshots from his phone titled Real Reptilian Families. I don't have the slightest idea what any of that means, but apparently an ice cream vendor Chinese wind-up toy gets you 4 pictures of real reptilian families. Okay.
Oh, I did have a glitch.
Okay.
I can tell you about, and I think this happened a year or 2 ago. So we sent something overseas. Well, the second time this happened, so it happened recently. But sent something overseas and goes to the eBay hub or whatever, and the guy got a different item.
Oh,
so I'm always quick to like yell at my employees because they do make mistakes. A lot of times, they swap out the order sheet or whatever, And before I blasted them, because we had like 4 things go out wrong in the last week or 2, which is frustrating because you're throwing money out the window. And this was like $50 shipping. So really, now I got to refund the item plus 50, which is out of my pocket. I'm just throwing out. So I looked at the picture. Oh, we got the negative. Did I send you that one? We got a negative on it too. So I'm looking at the picture. I go, man, do we even have that item? It looked like some type of a car, but the way the box was. So I asked my manager to look into it. And the same thing happened a year or so ago. Somehow it gets to the hub and they mix up the items. And they sent this guy because we never had this item, number one. And we could have because it's a car, but it had some type of a rod on top of it. It didn't look familiar. But we look at the label and that's not even our label. Like our label's nowhere on there. So do they slap another label on that or they swap it? Yeah. So, I mean, you would think that label goes because it's got both trackings. It's got the USA tracking and then whatever, Europe, whatever. And this is the second time it happened. So does eBay cover that or no?
I think they should.
Do they? Okay.
Unless they hire real reptilian families, which
that is definitely a problem.
Oh, definitely. All right. Way to go. A guy bought 5 Strato teams. He emailed me before buying the Stratomatic football teams. Emailed me before buying. Then he bought them. Then he asked for an invoice. Then he paid. Then he put in for cancellation as my shipping was too high. This all happened while I was asleep.
Wow.
I woke up. I said, dude, I'll cancel them.
He's spazzing out.
Buy them again, but people do sleep. So basically, he bought them at 11. He asked a question at 10:30, bought them at 11, asked for an invoice at 11:30, paid at midnight, and then asked for a cancellation at 12:30.
Yeah. I'm Mr. Nice Guy with like the website. I put my cell on there because I want to, be in charge of the buys. I don't want anyone else answering, like, and not know what to say. But I get people, text in the middle of the night, like tracking, and they just bought it. Like,
right.
It's crazy.
Yep. eBay canceled a sale for my security and then refunded all fees, which I'm happy about
because I automatically relist it or no?
No, I sent it out already.
Oh,
so I got paid.
Okay.
And
wow,
do it to all my items if you could. I'd like to have no fees. That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. I had a problem over on Amazon. Person reached out to me this morning. I did not receive my item. The delivery instructions on my account specifically say to deliver to my front door. The package was not delivered. I told the gentleman, I printed out the label exactly as in the system, and the postman delivered it. Reached out to Amazon if your postman doesn't know where he put it. As bottom line, why should I be out the money and the item?
Right.
It wasn't. Now, a lot of people, what they do is they'll put on the label, they'll put a specific line, like the second line of the label, deliver to front door or something like that.
Right.
He didn't do that. I looked at his address. That wasn't there.
Right.
I delivered it to the address on file, or I didn't. The postal carrier did.
Amazon's pretty good, though. Usually they'll refund them and they won't take your money.
Yeah. Because bottom line, I shipped it and it got delivered.
I get a lot of Amazon customers that, they freak out about their tracking or if they don't get it on time or whatever. And then they just make up some story like, post office says it was lost, refund me. And then you go to the tracking, it's like it's in transit or it was already delivered. Like, who comes up with this lost idea? They're just making it up because they want to get refunded.
Yeah, right. Definitely. That would be good. A guy with the G.I. Joe number 3. Now, not the Marvel version, some other version. Number 3 was pictured, but then it said number 1. One of those crazy deals. Now, the problem is, when you see those errors, if you reach out to people on Amazon, 99 times out of 100, they do not answer.
Right.
So I looked at it and it was super cheap. I said, you know something? I'll send number 3, which is pictured.
Yeah.
But I'll also send number 1 because I have one
That's
of
fair
those.
enough. I've done that sometimes. Yeah.
So I send both of them.
Mm-hmm.
The guy reaches out and says, hey, I won number 1, but I got number 3. I said, are you sure I didn't send both of them? No, you didn't.
Oh, God.
I'm like, I really wish there was some way to ban people on Amazon because the guy got 2 comics basically and my money because I refunded them. Because
Right.
what am I going to do? Sit there and argue with the guy over a cheap book?
We usually put a note in there. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
they
but
can
he was
still lie.
lying.
They
Yeah,
can
he
still
was still
lie, but I
lying.
mean, like, come on. You know.
Yeah, you got 2 comics, dude.
Well,
You gotta beat me out of
were
this
they in
one.
one sleeve? Because sometimes we get like photos, we put them in one sleeve. And they're like, you only got one photo. I'm like, can you double check that sleeve behind
Yeah,
the
they
other
were
photo?
in one sleeve. Yeah,
So maybe ask them that. I mean, that's just crazy.
I don't care at this point.
That's crazy.
That's something. How do you pronounce that word, Mr. Magazine?
Chuck's Pa.
Pretty close. Chutzpah. Pretty close. Mr. Magazine. Oh, somebody reached out to Mr. Magazine. But try reading adhering to Amazon's listing rules, limiting how many listings of the same allowed, or you can change it to a quantity of more than 1 for 1 listing. But hogging listings like this is a violation of their rules and unfair to other booksellers. You don't want some other one to list 27 of the same book as you if they have that many, overriding your listings, do you? Just a thought.
Well, we got to reprice it, so I'm pretty sure not going to be overriding our listings.
Wow. All right. All right.
I don't think they crack down like they used to on that Amazon. They used to hate the multiple listings, you know. But
Right.
I know.
Mr. Magazine sold a 5 Little Peppers book over on Amazon. Person contacted him. The Amazon account clearly states that this item hasn't been delivered and the date is currently unavailable. I looked into it, emailed Mr. Magazine. It was refunded. Reply, the Amazon account clearly states it was refunded weeks ago. I don't know if that's what you said or not, but
usually I do say
you should have said that. Yes, you definitely should have. Mr. Magazine had a guy complaining about the cost of shipping schedules, sports schedules, the little things you used to get for free. Mr. Magazine uses calculated shipping. He was complaining about the cost of shipping schedules on multiple schedules. In other words, he looked on this one, complained it was too high. Looked on this one, complained it was too high. Looked on this one, complained it was too high. I just ended up blocking him. What he wanted was envelope shipping, just regular envelope shipping. And then he could say he never got it. And
do they offer that on a small item like that?
But even if
it's
they
not
don't,
a card, you'd have to put it in the card category, right?
Yeah, or he just wants you to throw in an envelope and mail it to him.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I never got it, and gets his money back.
Yeah.
So probably not worth doing it. Mr. Magazine had somebody ask him a question that is literally, well, it's not literally impossible to answer. It's literally impossible to answer accurately unless you can guess really, really well. The question was, hello, hope your week is going well. I did receive offers on 2 of your items that I'm reviewing. Just checking to see what shipping would be if I do get both items shipped together from you. I don't think they weigh too much, so I'm wanting to see what shipping would be to help see if I can make it work. Thanks for your time. What's the problem with that, Mr. Magazine?
He's probably not going to be happy.
Well, what's the real problem with that, though? Why can't we tell him what the shipping is going to be?
We don't know what he's buying.
We don't know what the 2 items are. We have no idea what the 2 items are. Crazy idea. I think part of the problem is I think that buyers don't understand that we don't see, when we make offers to watchers, we don't see who's getting that offer.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the problem. I think that they think, oh, he made me the offer. No, we made 52 offers and we don't know who got those offers.
And I get a lot of Amazon customers emailing through Amazon asking about things, and they don't specify what the item is at all. There's no order number because they didn't buy it, but there's nothing, no title, no nothing.
Literally, the email says, is this complete?
Yeah.
Is this book complete? And you're like,
please specify. I usually follow up if I feel like it, but
yeah, no, that happens regularly. Yeah. Mr. Magazine had a guy on Amazon trying to buy off-site. Mr. Magazine said no to the guy, so the guy said, "Oh, okay, lame."
Yeah.
Calling Mr. Magazine lame.
Yeah, you use that word loosely.
Yes, I do. Had somebody, a collector of women's motorcycle history items, but $50 is way out of budget for a magazine. I then pointed out the magazines are actually very cheap compared to other things like comic books. They're finally starting to get their due, but honestly, Mr. Magazine, how many $1,000 magazines are there? Leave out the graded. How many $1,000 magazines are there? First Maryland, First Playboy.
Less than 1%, way less than 1% of magazines that are out there. Yeah.
Well, I can think of the First Playboy and the First Maryland.
Graded. There's a lot more.
Right, not graded. Yeah. And now, how many $1,000 comics are there?
A lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't think they quite understood or quite appreciated that as far as that goes.
A new magazine's $10 or more, 15. Some fantasy football books are $15. I mean, it's crazy.
Yep. I ended up renewing my premium store subscription, but here's the crazy thing about it. I didn't get any warning that it was coming due, which I guess I understand why they do that. They just renew it for you. It's automatically renewing, but and it's the same store size that I want, but I can see why they don't give you any notification, but they probably should say, hey, it's going to be renewing next month, as opposed to, hey, congratulations, you just renewed, to give you a chance to look at it and review. Do I need a bigger store, a smaller store?
I mean, I do get like an email saying we're taking these fees out of your account every month for whatever the balance is. It's usually a couple thousand. So, but at least I know that's coming.
Yep.
The fees must be put into that because every month it's renewing anyway. So
I'm actually kind of surprised that you're here, Mr. Magazine.
Why?
After the problem that you had today?
I don't know what problem that was.
The Dolce Vento?
No.
The $1 million yacht? That I thought you just bought a yacht, no?
No, not me. I'd be buying $1 million cars before a yacht.
Oh, the Dolce Vento, a $1 million yacht, was on its maiden voyage. 15 minutes after it left dock, it started tipped over and sank.
Jeez, all right. Nice.
All the passengers and everything did get off safely, but we're panicking. I think I'd want my money back. Hopefully that's within the return. I'd like to return the yacht. Where is it? Down there. You're going to have to get it.
These young YouTubers that's on Instagram, these two guys, they rented a multi-million-dollar yacht to party all weekend. Right. They had all these models on her. They had so many people, so many models that it did tip over. I mean, they have insurance, the company renting it, but I mean, the people on it, I mean, they might have to be responsible if you have too many people, right? I mean,
yeah, right. Jeez, crazy. Yeah, you think? Yeah, if you can just like go, it's my $1 million yacht. Oh, well, guess I'll just get another one. Then you got too much money. I was going to say you got too much money.
For $1 million yacht, that's small since some are like $500 million nowadays.
Oh, yeah. Well, you buy junk. What do you expect?
Yeah.
So a subscriber reached out and is selling a Caesar to us, to Mr. Magazine. The beauty of it is he lives down close to Allentown, and he'll be going to the Allentown Paper Show, much as I will be, October 5th and 6th. Do check that out. I will be set up there. And he's bringing this Caesar for Mr. Magazine, which raises the question, why is it every time I go to Allentown, I end up hauling more stuff from Mr. Magazine's back and don't have room for things that I buy?
They don't make my 8th Caesar. We have 7 right now. So let me make 8th.
Mrs. Paperweight put you up to this?
Yes.
So that way I can't buy stuff and bring it back?
Yeah. Well, I can give you the money for it. That's no
I'm not worried about the money. I'm worried about the space.
Well, it's a Caesar. You can just fold it up. It's flat.
Yeah, I'm going to fold. You know what I'm going to do?
The size of a gun, like a sawed-off shotgun.
I'm going to treat it like the dog in National Lampoon's Vacation.
Nice.
Drag it along behind
you. Oh, yeah.
The road.
Super.
I don't know. How do you feel about this, Mr. Magazine? PSA now has it. So if you can send a card into them and it gets graded, after the grades are revealed, within 24 hours, people can make you offers to buy through PSA if you want to sell it.
I mean, I guess. Why not?
Well, here's my thought. Depending upon how they do it, couldn't this be a conflict of interest? In other words, you put in that you're working on a 1964 top set and you need a Roger Maris and an 8 or higher. Right. And you're willing to pay, and I don't know what the price is, but you're willing to pay $400 for it. Yeah. And one gets sent in that could be a 7, could be an 8.
Oh, and they jack it up a little bit.
We'll put it on an 8, and because we know this guy's going to buy it.
The 7's going to sit here and rot. This 8's guaranteed money.
This 8, we'll sell it right away, and I know this guy will sell it for the $400, so this is great. I don't know.
Did you see the ranking? No, this is on Instagram because that's all I'm on. But the top 4 grading companies, which as far as how many they grade in a month or something like that. And I want to say PSA is obviously number 1. I want to say it was over 1 million. Guess so. There's CGC, there's SGC, and there's Beckett. So rank the next three.
Well, Beckett's last.
Yeah, they're horrible. I can't believe. But not for nothing. I feel like their graded cards should be worth less now since they're so unpopular. You know what I mean? But still, they got the pristines, they got the black label. But CGC was number 2 over SGC.
Wow,
so
I would not have guessed that.
PSA had double CGC, CGC had double SGC, and then Beckett wasn't in that
like
universe.
7, right?
It was like 50,000 compared to like a million and a half for PSA. It's crazy.
Beckett graded 7 cards last month.
Right. Yeah, it's true. Sorry, I don't know why they came to my mind. I must own one. What? Huh?
No, that would be
no. Mine was a 3D printer. What am I talking about?
I don't know. Thank you, Ken.
How many people know the size of a sawed-off shotgun?
She does, obviously.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Hey, a little tip out there that I do, and I've been doing this lately as well. If I'm doing media mail on stuff like sheet music, or I'm using a repurposed box for it, like a box of K-cups, like example, the box for that or some other box.
Some K-cups are large, but go ahead.
I actually put on the label recycled box in that case, or when I'm shipping sheet music out, because it can go media mail, I put right on the label sheet music.
Wouldn't ground be cheaper?
Well, these were sold through Whatnot, so label automatically printed out media mail.
Yeah.
So I put right on their sheet music because they have the right to open it, but it legitimately can go that way.
Yeah.
Maybe because it does almost look like a magazine because of the way I packed it up.
Yeah.
So I said, let me just put that on, or maybe it'll stave off them actually opening it up. It's worth a try for the 2 seconds it takes me to write sheet music.
That's why I like the double cardboard cheat code. It feels more like a book then.
Well, I did double cardboard it also. Yeah, I did both of those. Yep, did both of that. Mr. Magazine.
I've heard my name a lot tonight. Oh, this is a pattern.
The Darth Vader red lightsaber is up for sale, which was screen used. They're expecting $1 to $3 million on it. Now, usually at this point, I make a joke about you buying it, but you're not going to buy this, Mr. Magazine. No. I know that. Do you know how I know that?
Because I don't have that kind of money.
Because he bought the world's best McLaren collection of 20 cars.
I don't know how much that was yet, but I mean, do you want me to guess? Because
they don't know. They never. The price was not released
because it was a guy that didn't. He had something to do with McLaren, and he kept all the same. Were they yellow or they were all yellow? I think
it was. They called it his color.
Yeah.
They're like all but one was his color.
I mean,
Mansour yellow or something.
Some are 20 million a piece, and he had a lot of rare one-offs and stuff.
He had 20 of them. He wanted them kept together.
I mean, $500 million. It wouldn't be crazy.
All were last chassis. All of them were last chassis.
Yeah,
all of them. Mansour.
It could be $500 million to $1 billion. I know there's one guy overseas or something that has like.
The price and the owner was not released, so there is a chance Mr. Magazine may be the owner. Well, there you are, Kelly. We can talk. I have 2,000 pieces. I have room in Rosebud for 2,000 pieces of sheet music if I put them in individually sideways. So
they make good paper airplanes. Boxes. What if you put a sheet music as a paper airplane and charge double?
There you are. Origami.
Yeah.
Isn't there a song? Isn't there some song Origami?
No, there's not.
I can sing it.
No.
All right. Christopher Elliott, not the guy from Letterman. I don't think. He's an influencer who had a newspaper article that I won. Or read.
You won?
I read.
Lucky you.
Somebody bought a $438 item on eBay. I believe it was a watch. It was their first purchase.
Okay.
They got flagged for this purchase. Then they were suspended because their first purchase was a $438
The buyer
watch.
was?
The buyer was suspended. Top it all off, the sale did go through, and allegedly the seller sent a book. So they not only got suspended, they got a book. They lost their money, and they got a book instead of the watch.
Trust me, eBay's not going to help them whatsoever on that.
So, well, they ended up reaching out to this Christopher Elliott, the influencer, and Christopher Elliott obviously knows people there, got the guy's account unsuspended, and got his money back.
Holy cow.
On that. But here's my question. What if you don't know Christopher Elliott? What if you're just a Joe Schmo?
What if you know like Elliot from E.T.? I mean, like, where are you going? I mean, what's he doing now?
If you know Christopher Walken, that might be cool.
Yeah, well, I think that could go a long way, especially if he's dancing.
That might be cool. Oh, must be in the front row. But again, that's what I thought though, is you're connected. You're able to get these things resolved, but most people can't.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, there we are. Well, thank you. Chris Elliott ate dog food on a Letterman show. So that's almost the same thing. What's the name of the movie that Chris Elliott had where he was on a ship?
I don't even know who he is. Who is this person?
You don't know Chris Elliott?
Maybe by face, but not by the name.
Get a Life was the name of his TV show. Well, you know Chris Elliott.
I'm sure I've seen him.
Somebody
mine's not what it used to be. How many years ago was this?
20, 25?
There you go.
Somebody look up the Chris Elliott's movie. I cannot think of the name of that. Cabin Boy.
There you go. Cool Kent. No,
you ever see Cabin Boy?
I don't think so.
Oh, wow, you're missing a classic.
You don't even watch movies. You've probably just heard about it.
Yeah, that's true. I never saw it. But
he does not have a TV in his house. In case anyone was wondering, there's no TV in his house anywhere.
That is true too. That is true too. I can't argue. Oh, he was in something.
Oh, is that the guy? Is that the guy that had all the rashes on his face? He kept scratching. Then they were at that gay area with the lights off with the cops, and
that part I don't remember.
Ben Stiller was on his knees or something like that, and then they flashed a light on him.
Chris Elliott is a paperboy driving the Damnation Alley Landmaster vehicle on the show. There we are. There we are. See? Everybody else is Chris Elliott but you. I am now selling on AbeBooks because I needed another platform. They did accept me, but it took about 10 minutes to sign up. There's lots and lots of steps to sign up, but I am now selling on or trying to sell on AbeBooks.
You have to do it again and just take a picture of your living room like this guy has books.
They actually invited me. Thank you.
Oh,
thank you. Bob Elliott. Yeah, he's their son. Yep. Bob and Ray. Yep. Bob and Ray. Yep. So I have shelving in the basement. Hart is the manufacturer of the shelving. And I used to buy it at Walmart. Well, I go to Walmart. They don't have that size anymore. And so I went online and you can't order that size for delivery. So it's like it lists that size, but you can't get it anyway at all. So I ended up buying a smaller size shelving because I had a shelving unit in the basement. I don't know, Mr. Magazine. Do you think it's a good thing when you have shelving that's supposed to be like this and it's actually like this when you have boxes of?
If it's plastic,
it's plastic.
You can expect that.
Yeah, it's plastic.
There's an even cheat code for that because the pipes kind of bend.
Yeah.
You just reverse them and have it lean into the wall.
I've done that before.
Problem solved. Yeah.
Well, I've done that before, and that works for a while, but at some point it starts.
I agree.
So I ended up buying the wrong size, but I had a couple of other of the right size still in the house. Yeah. So I ended up cannibalizing one of the other ones and doing that. Yeah. But that was my task Monday morning. I spent 2.5 hours organizing stuff in the basement in the humid heat. So it was nasty.
When I see plastic shelving that I'm using, I think to myself, gosh, what was I doing years ago? I'm so much better than that now. Like I don't need plastic shelving. For $50, you can get like chrome shelving now.
Well,
and I give it to my family. Like they use it. The plastic.
The problem is the size that I want. And
we deal in heavy stuff too.
Yeah. Yep.
Ooh.
Good one there. Good one. I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but when you get a return over on eBay, there's a place there to put in an RMA code, which is a return code. And that way, when it comes in, you could say book department or whatever. Do you think I would get in trouble if somebody put a return in and my RMA code was scammer?
Hey, you can put anything you want in, really, yeah.
Until the buyer sees it and it says scammer.
RMA scammer. He's got to call eBay. What's the RMA code? Scammer?
Lying scammer? Heritage is now charging 25% on comic art.
Wow.
They've increased it from 20, so now it's in line with all art.
There's some crazy artwork going up for sale at Hakes. Is doing a lot in Heritage. There was it wasn't even like a rare comic, and it was going for like $30,000.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the cover of it. Yeah,
I've stopped buying over on Heritage just because when I bought the Rogue, I want to pay that off rather than sink more money into what I'm calling Heritage stuff luxury inventory, because I don't make a lot of money on it. Yeah. I make money on it,
right?
And I like listing
it. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun. You like it. You're learning a lot about it, and
but it's not
big comes around. Yeah.
But I'd rather pay off the car, than buy stuff that'll sit there for years. This is funny, Mr. Magazine. So we use, which you wouldn't know a thing about because it's our channel, we use Pexels. Okay, do you know anything about this?
Yeah. It was who was in that movie?
Yeah, exactly.
Pixels, right? With the
No,
big bag,
Pexels.
Pac-Man.
Pexels.
Kevin James was in it.
Pexels.
Oh,
P-E-X-E-L-S.
sorry.
It's a free online site where you can get photographs, royalty-free photographs.
Okay.
And I put a video up, and I wanted a picture of a skunk, and I was going to put the thumbnail over the skunk.
Mm-hmm.
Take a guess. The only there literally were 0 pictures of the skunk. Guess what came up about 15 pictures when you put skunk in on Pexels?
George Soros.
No.
Oh, I don't know then.
Weed.
Oh, okay.
Because of skunk weed.
Right, yeah.
There are about 15 pictures of weed when you put skunk in. No pictures of the animal. Times have changed. Times have changed.
Definitely, yeah.
eBay rung the opening bell for the stock market today to celebrate its 30th anniversary. Did you see that?
No, I haven't. I knew Triple J would like that one.
I have a better idea than ringing the opening bell. How about bringing customers? I don't know. That might be just a little better idea. Yeah. So Mr. Magazine had a book that sold, and I couldn't find it. It sold on Amazon. We had to refund it. We have a thing in the back of Mr. Magazine's. We call it the monolith.
What's your success rate on back there when you sell?
Not well. Not good.
Well, usually there's crap in front of it, but go ahead.
It's called the monolith, and basically we bought it when, what was the name of that business? Was it FY Entertainment?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, FYE.
FYE went out of business, and they were these huge, we called them the monolith because they looked like that from the movie. Gigantic bookshelves. I cut mine in half and I had them in my house back in the day.
Yeah.
And he's got books all in the back. I don't know, Mr. Magazine, wouldn't it be really, really cool if there was a site that you could maybe sell things really, really quickly and maybe just go in the back and run a quick auction of all the things on the monolith and sell them?
That would be cool.
And just because otherwise,
a good percentage are probably already sold we couldn't find. And the other ones haven't sold by now.
By 10, 12,
and then
15
there's
years.
Probably 10% that we already have duplicates listed on Amazon, and we can always back it up if it does so. So that is not a bad idea.
Why do I have this feeling that in about
you're going to do it
3 months when Mr. Magazine needs some money in room, he's going to say, bring me $500. You bought all my books in the back.
I want to trade them for these comics back here that you'll never list ever.
These comic books are worth a lot more than those books.
I know they are. I'm
not
saying they're not, but go through them and take what you want and then sell the rest.
I did. I want them all.
Okay. See?
For Kenj. That's good. That's
yeah.
That's good. Hey, definitely do check out Consignment Chats today. That was a fun show we had over there. And then Finders Flippers Resell Podcast. I was also on there last week. Do check that out also if you haven't already. Those are both fun shows. Great shows as well. I do want to thank Breeze Flippers for being on a couple of weeks ago. I did sign up for DibDit, which I mentioned. I am listing one comic a day over on DibDit. So these comics will all be listed soon.
Okay.
On DibDit at one a day.
Oh, nice.
They'll be listed really, really soon.
Nice.
There you are.
I'd like to buy a dumpster, like actually own one and just like load it up whenever I want and call them and just come pick it up. Because I always feel I need one, but I don't want to keep buying one and then like it's half full. I got to get rid of it. And then 6 months later, I'm like, oh, we got all this stuff to throw out.
I'm going to be doing a live show over on DibDit with Breeze Flippers at some point with comics. We just have to find a time. I think it's going to be mid-October. I'm going to be heading on over there and doing comic auctions over on DibDit. Hey, I sold one playbill on Whatnot on an auction.
Good.
So infinitely better than the last playbill auction where I sold 0. If I keep increasing at that rate, well, that's an infinite rate. I couldn't do so.
What do you think I'd be doing after that? No more Whatnot or no more playbills?
Whatnot Rewards Program, another quarter. I just renewed it. Same one as before. I figured out if you want to change the names, you have to do so on the phone. You cannot do so on the computer. I can't think of names for my tiers, so I just kept them the same. At some point, I will think of tiers. How is your reward program going?
Yeah, it's great for Whatnot because I'm giving that. They're making more money than me right now.
No, you know, the one where you give coupons to your customers, frequent buyers.
I don't know anything about that. They don't send me anything.
They send you something telling you it's time to do the thing.
I should read the emails. I never read the emails. It's my own fault.
That might help. Hey, we never ask you guys for very much, but I am asking one person out there, but not Dawn, and that's not as bad as it sounds. Dawn actually cannot help us on this one over here. We have to make 3 sales every 6 months to stay in the Amazon affiliate program. We've made 2 in about 5 months. All you need to do.
Is my wife not using this?
No, she's not using it.
Oh my God.
All that you need to do is, if you are going to buy something on Amazon anyway, just go to the show notes down at the bottom, click on any item we are saying, hey, go to Amazon to buy this. You don't have to buy that item. You can just buy something else. So you were going to buy a DVD anyway. You're going to buy Cabin Boy. Who doesn't want to see Cabin Boy with Chris Elliott? Buy it and send it to Mr. Magazine. Make him watch it.
I mean, I got to show my wife how to do it. This is ridiculous. I think she spent like a lot of money last month sending my kid to college. Seriously. And I showed her the link or whatever it was.
Yeah. So you just click on that. That'll put the cookie on so we get the credit for it and buy the Cabin Boy. And that's all we're asking, somebody to buy one item on there, and then we're good for another 6 months.
Some for $1,000. If we get 1,000 in sales for the month, what do we get out of it?
$50, $100,
and then we would split that.
Yeah.
So the minimum is $25. Yeah.
This year we've earned $20 from the Amazon affiliate link because we are pretty big influencers. So if you could, if just one person could, we'd definitely appreciate that. Just want to stay.
Well, someone's getting a spanking tonight.
I don't know if you guys saw this or not, and this kind of ties back into using the affiliate link. If you could, Hertz made a deal with Amazon. They're now selling cars on there. Just saying, if you were in the market for a Hertz used car,
nice.
Help a brother out.
Do they have any AMG ones for sale?
Would you buy it if they did?
It's 5 million new. So I don't know if anyone's renting those from Hertz, but
that would be a nice little bit of money right over there. Well, I looked over at my feedback on eBay. It says I have 2 automated feedback that were left as no problems with the order, no feedback left. So remember how I said eBay was starting to roll that out where they were leaving automated feedback? It happened on 2 of my items, but I wasn't able to tell which 2 they were. So they are now doing that, just to let you know. Really should have. If everybody out there would buy Cabin Boy and use our affiliate link,
there you go.
Just saying, Chris Elliott would thank you. All right, it's been a long show, but we're heading on into the stretch run here. What are using your death piles to an advantage, Mr. Magazine? Take it away.
Well, I have
Purple
about 2 minutes because I have to go to a fantasy football draft. But I will say death piles are advantage because I'm going through them now. I have time, and I'm seeing a lot of good stuff. And that's the good stuff that wasn't good months or years ago is now trumping stuff that is good now. And I'm sorting it out better, so it's giving me more incentive to go through it. And there's like sexploitation piles of stuff. I think I got some from you, but I had other stuff. Now there's a huge pile. I'm going through it. Now we're listing some on eBay, some on the website. So I'm branching out with some of the death pile stuff, or like 8mm. We killed them from Shopify a couple years ago. Now we put them all on a new adult site and they're selling. So and you're talking about 5,000 items that were just sitting. Now we're making a few $100s a month. So. For me, it's fun to go digging back through the stuff and making money out of it, where I would think like I would never get to it because they're just going to get bigger, bigger, and bigger. But it's almost like I'm swapping out death piles for stuff I would sell normally, but now it's not as good as the death pile stuff. That makes sense. So I am going to head out because we're getting to that. I apologize. Hopefully you understand.
Yeah. I just wish you would have reminded me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah. And I had a funny rambling story, but it would only work tonight. But anyways, thank you. I will see you next week.
All righty. Well, Mr. Magazine doesn't want to hear how death piles are good for you. The reason why I think death piles are good is it gives you – can you carry those boxes?
Yeah, I want to hang out here. I want to wait for the first round, but I got
Okay.
to –
The biggest thing with death piles is it gives you the advantage of not having to buy. In other words, I've got 100,000 items at least sitting in, well, not all sitting in Rosebud. Some are in the basement, some are in the garage, some are, I have items. But when you get down to it, if I come by and you've got a whole bunch of stuff at your stand and you've got a price on it and this price is one that I don't want to deal with, it's too high, I can walk by. I can say, nope, I don't need to make this deal. And it gives me the power in there because I absolutely don't have to make a deal for 5 years. I just don't have to. So the power is now mine in that, all because of death piles. The other advantage of having death piles, in my opinion, is if you have them in any sort of organization, like I did buy 4 boxes of September 11th stuff. Next year is the 25th anniversary of it. I've got those marked in Rosebud. I will be bringing those up in order to do that. Sell them next year. Whatnot Train comes along. Oh, we need you to have swap cards. We need you to have postcards. We need you to have things with dogs on it. We need you to have things with cars on it. Well, if I'm somewhat organized, I've got it. It's all sitting in backstock somewhere unlisted. And I'm able to find it and I'm able to fill things in. Once you have some level of organization within your death piles, you're able to go ahead and basically source yourself for the things that are hotter. And I think having death piles, I know a lot of people don't like them. Oh, it's money tied up. It's this, it's that. And yes, I do see that point. But the flip side of it is it gives you a tremendous power over things as far as that goes. So happen to be a big fan of them, a big proponent. And I hear people on other shows talking, oh, I've got death piles. I've got 500 items. I've got 800 items. You don't have a death pile. You're making a mountain out of a molehill at that point. That's not a death pile. 800 items, 500 items, that's a couple of weeks worth of work when you get down to it. That's all that is. Listing at the level that I list, the speed I list, I got 5 years worth of work ahead of me if I didn't buy anything else. That's probably a death pile. Mr. Magazine's looking at me right now going, that's not a death pile. So it's all relative on that. But I think that it does give you tremendous strength because you don't ever have to buy. You never feel that pressure whatsoever because you can always just find your own stuff around here to list. Money gets tight, weather's bad for a week, my car's broken down and I can't go anywhere. Whatever the case is, I'm not panicking at all. I've got plenty of stuff to list. So embrace them, accept them. Is it ideal that I have all these unlisted items? No, but I got to make the best out of it. And that's the way that I view them is being a positive thing over there. That is actually the name of a company, Eric. Absolutely. Learn to drive on an orange gremlin. Nice. I buy from Amazon all the time. If you go into the show notes down below, John, just click on any item there. I think we're talking about bags and boards and all that kind of stuff. The Amazon stuff, any link down there that'll take you to Amazon. You just go there off of that link, and then anything that you buy, it'll give us credit. So we'd definitely appreciate that. Absolutely. He does the old wide receiver over the middle with the old little what is dinosaur arms or gator arms or whatever they call those. He does that definitely. I'm moving to Arizona. The sourcing is going to be slim pickings, not much within town. Most will be 3 to 6 hours round trip, 2 years of backstop. Oh, absolutely. And the other thing, Kelly, and we've said this any number of times on the show, I'm a tremendous sourcer, pat myself in the back there, in upstate New York. Now, part of it is the fact that I have gone and cultivated those relationships for all these years. Part of it is that I know all the estate sale companies. Part of it is I know the stuff that's up here. I know there's going to be Buffalo Bill stuff. There's going to be Rochester Red Wing stuff. There's going to be these books. I know what to look for. I know there's always going to be old books. I moved to Arizona. I don't care if you put me in a hotbed of Arizona where there's 50 estate sale companies. I'm going to have trouble buying until I change my view of what to buy. Because if I'm going out to Arizona, for an example, looking for books from the 1800s, good luck to me. And that's the other thing. I don't know where you're coming from, Kelly, but if you're coming from anywhere on the East Coast, you're going to have to flip what you're looking for. Because if you're looking for it with the same thought process you had where you were at originally, it's not going to work unless you're moving just down the street. It's not going to work because there's whole different things. Somebody moving here from California to New York State, my gosh, there's 1,800 books everywhere. And they're going to overpay at first on the 1,800 books because California, they're at a premium. Up here, dime a dozen. Just the way that it is. Meditation brings those waves into experience. There we are. Thank you, Don. Do appreciate that. Let's see. Thank you, Don. I think. Thank you. And cheers, Lee. We load up Rosebud. Were boxes labeled? Yeah, I did. I labeled everything that I was putting in after the mystery books because the mystery books are all right in the back and I know where they are. But the new stuff did get labeled as well. Top 3 players of the draft. I would have no idea at all on that. Drop the mic. There we are. I'm in Maine. It's going to be, oh, absolutely, Kelly. Yeah, that's night and day. Night and day. Good luck to you on that. I would actually be, not that I know much about Arizona, but I'd actually be researching things like the Southwestern artwork and that kind of stuff. And I bet you find a whole bunch of that stuff out there. So I might start learning who the Southwestern artists are and things like that, because I think that's what you're going to find out there. Depending on where you are, what's the big university near you? You're going to find Arizona Cardinals stuff there, and so on. The Phoenix Suns stuff potentially. So that would be where I would be focusing at. Just things like that right away. Was there a big company? Was the town you're living in a company town? You're going to find a lot of that. So we find a lot of Kodak stuff up here and so on. So that would be kind of how I would do it. All right, we're going to. Mr. Magazine is on the clock. All right, everybody. We're not going to have a rambling story because Mr. Magazine had one, but I definitely do appreciate you all coming up. Native made jewelry, mining artifacts. Perfect. Do thank you all for coming on out today. Fun show as always. We'll see you next time. And again, if somebody could just use that affiliate link, would definitely appreciate that, of course. I would think so. Yeah, be a little better not having the elements we have up over here. All right, on a jet plane. There we are. Have a little bit of singing there. All right, everybody. We'll see you next video. Thank you. Have a great night. Bye-bye.